Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Whoever watches this video, this is my first ever YouTube video, so I don't even know if anyone will ever find this video or watch it, but I'm honestly just making this for myself because I think I want to make this channel like my personal diary where I just share my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions and what I'm going through in my life, because I often have some different thoughts about my life and I share them with my husband or my friends, but I just want an outlet where I can just express my feelings in the moment and not look for a person that is available to talk to me. I just in the moment want to be able to discuss some ideas, and maybe these ideas and my opinions will change over time, but for now this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through. So and maybe somebody will find these videos and find them helpful and find them interesting and maybe entertaining. I don't know. Maybe nobody finds these videos and that's okay. But if you do find this video and it does help you, then I am very happy about that. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about something extremely personal. So, my husband and I have been married for a long time, but he didn't want to have children for a while. And finally, a couple years ago, he was like, okay, I think I'm warming up to this idea. Let's try this out. Let's see. But I was going through some health issues at the time, and my doctor said to not try for a little bit. She was like, you gotta go through a cleanse, whatever. And so it just was not a good time. But at the beginning of this year, we were like, okay, we think we're there. We think we're ready. I think I'm physically ready. So actually, I don't know why we didn't start trying in the beginning of the year. I can't quite remember, but we decided we were gonna start trying, I wanna say in July, but I was also going through some really strict diets and things like that. So I felt like I was lacking some nutrients. I don't know. But anyway, officially we started trying in January, and right now it's December of 2022. Oh, not January, I'm sorry, July. And now it's December. So it's been this is the 5th month of us trying, and I just noticed that from the very beginning. So this is what I actually wanted to discuss, not the journey of trying to get pregnant. This is not what this video is about, but it's about the feelings and emotions that you go through mentally going through this process. So what was happening is immediately from the get-go, I was very worried that it may not happen as easily for us. And I don't even know why, because we're both perfectly healthy right now and we feel like we're ready. We, have a house. Financially, we feel like we're ready. I don't know why I felt like this was going to be more difficult, but I think it was because I was really, really afraid that it would be difficult. So I think it wasn't that I felt like it was going to be, but it's something that I feared. So instead of focusing on, what it would be like to expand our family and to welcome a baby into our lives, I was more thinking about how awful it would be if it took forever, which I feel like right now I'm kind of like, I was speaking that into existence because, mentally, I wasn't saying it out loud, but I mentally was really worried. And I feel like that I was really manifesting what I was thinking about. And it was really hard because I was like, why is it that some books you read about like manifesting and positive thinking, they say that you have to know what you want and you have to be obsessed with that idea. And I felt like I knew what I wanted. I wanted a baby. I wanted to get pregnant. And I definitely was obsessed with the idea. But at the same time, everyone I talked to about this, including my therapist, which I started therapy this year, she was saying, and everyone else was saying, and I agreed with, I agree with them. I'm not saying they're wrong, but they would say, you've got to let it go. You've just got to let it go. If you want something, just let it go and it'll come to you. And these ideas just there was a huge conflict in my head, because on one hand, I was like, you've got to know what you want and you've got to really want it bad enough and you've got to think about it all the time. And then at the same time, you should never think about it. You should want it, but you should let it go. And what does that even mean? Anyway, these ideas were just so confusing to me. So I just was going through this emotional roller coaster for the last few months. But I feel like now I'm at a place where I finally understand what all of this means, and that's what I want to share, because I feel like if I put my thoughts into words, it makes it more real. So here we are. That's why I'm filming this. But anyway, okay. So when you want something, I heard this somewhere, and I can't help but agree with this 1000%, because when you want something really bad, usually you're not focusing on the thing that you want. Like me personally, I wasn't focused on the baby. I wasn't picturing myself, pregnant or holding the baby and like feeling all these positive emotions and all this excitement. I was focused on the lack of the baby in my life, the baby that I wanted, the thing that I wanted. It could be anything, I think. I think it could be like a job, money, a house, a car, whatever. When you want something really bad and you don't have it, and you are fixated on that, you're not fixated on the thing that you want, you're fixated on the lack of the thing. So therefore, you're attracting more of that, which is more of the lack, more of not having it. So when you, on the other hand, when, those books that tell you you've got to know what you want, you've got to have a list of goals, and you've got to, read that list every day and be obsessed with it. It's because when you are, it's almost like you can't, like you're obsessed with it so much that you're gonna have it. Like you can't imagine your life without it. For sure 1000% you're gonna have this thing. And these are two completely different emotions and feelings. And so when you're gonna have it, there's something that I've heard, I think from Napoleon Hill, that he said, he calls it applied faith, which means you take action knowing that it'll come into your life. So it's not just an obsession, it's almost like an obsessive belief that you somehow know, like you've been into the future, you've seen that you end up having this thing and you're gonna have it, versus letting the fear kind of drive you and drive your emotions, which is what I was going through. And it's also from a whole different perspective. I'm also very religious, and so it was also, for me, it became this thing of, I've got to believe, because it's about trust, because I pray for this. I pray for this baby. I pray for this family that I want. And so it's all about trusting God, trusting that I don't have to control every little thing. I can just let go. So this is where the idea of letting go comes in for me. I can just let go, meaning I do my part, but when it happens, it'll be up to God to make it happen. And I trust that He will make it happen in the right time, and in the best way possible for me and my husband. So this is where I kind of came to this conclusion. So at this point, this is what I'm doing. And I don't know, I'm not pregnant yet, so I don't know. We'll see, we'll find out, I guess, how this plays out. But, and also I read this book about childbirth, because this idea just fascinates me. So I read this book, and it said something about, delivering a baby. It's actually not just up to the mother, it's also up to the baby and up to God. So there are three parties playing a role here, and the mother needs to let go and not try to control every aspect of her labor and delivery. She just needs to relax and trust that, the baby will do their part and God will do His part, and I, as the mother, or the mother, will do their part, and they just need to focus on doing their part right, which is relaxing and letting go and just breathing and meditating and things like that. So that idea was actually pretty groundbreaking for me, because it was like, okay, so this kind of applies into getting pregnant as well, because I need to do my part, my husband needs to do his part, and then God needs to do His part. And I was trying so hard to control everything, right? And so then I realized it's actually not all up to me. I need to do my part, and I need to only take responsibility for what I need to do. But my husband needs to do his part, and that's completely up to him. And then God needs to do His part. And all of those three things have to align at the perfect timing for it to happen. So I've got to just let go. I have no other choice, because I don't control the entire thing. And it was more of a spiritual journey for me than anything else, honestly. So I don't know. We'll see if this works out. I'll keep, I guess, my diary updated. I'll keep you guys, which there's nobody watching it, but I'll keep this channel updated. I'm really looking forward to, you know, like eventually having that baby and holding that baby in my hand and maybe coming back and watching this video. I think that would be so special. So anyway, if this resonates with you guys, if this helps you in any way, please let me know, because that would mean the world to me. At the same time, I'm like, I'm doing this just for me, and I'm just kind of like putting my feelings and emotions out there. So anyway, if you did watch this video and you watched it till the end, thank you so much for your time and your attention, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.